Hey guys, it's JC here on Motivated Fitness. I got a little time to kill, so I'm gonna do a little in-car video for you. I was talking to my sister again today, and I've been trying to get her to start some kind of healthier eating plan or meal plan or diet or whatever you want to call it. You know, it is what it is. It's a diet. And she was a college athlete, coach, always athletic, like myself, growing up. We come from an athletic family, and I've been talking to her, and she keeps procrastinating on getting back into shape. And yeah, she's had two kids. Both of her kids just went off to college. Her youngest one just went to college this year, so it's time for her to start doing stuff, and she wants to, and she talks about it all the time. And like I said in other videos, when you're overweight and you got pounds to lose, it just it consumes your mind, with the thought of if you're ever going to be able to do it, or how can you get it done, or are you going to stay that way for the rest of your life or whatever, and I'm here to tell you guys today that it doesn't have to be that way. I understand what you guys are going through. When I was close to 500 pounds, 479 plus, I used to have my mind filled with those same thoughts on a daily basis, and it was rough. It's rough when your feet hurt, your legs hurt, your knees hurt, your back hurts, your arms hurt, everything on your body hurts at one point in time. When you get that heavy, it's just pretty much inevitable. It's going to happen to you sooner or later, if you're carrying that kind of weight around. Plus you're not eating the healthiest of foods, and you're eating lots of processed stuff, lots of stuff that has chemicals in it that contribute to inflammation in your joints and muscles, and it just makes living rough and tough. It's hard to go through a normal day when you have that kind of pain. And she's starting to struggle a little bit with some back pain and stuff like that. She's not like, she doesn't have like 100 pounds to lose, but maybe 50. And 50 is still a lot. So I'm just trying to help her get on the right track, and I just don't understand. It's one of those things, like I've said in videos before, where you need to, have a reason why, and you got to go in and, have that switch inside your head flipped to where you're ready to take on this battle and you're ready to win. If you're just playing around with different diets here and there and not really serious about it, and don't care about how you feel or how you look, or spending extra time with your loved ones, and that kind of thing, then it's really not gonna take hold and work well for you. You're gonna lose weight, and then you're gonna gain it back, you're gonna lose it again, you're gonna gain it back, and there's millions of tools out there to help you guys lose weight. Not one diet or one thing out there is gonna work for everybody. It just depends on your body and how your mindset works, and and what's gonna help you get it done. And that's why I always preach, you need to have a bunch of different weight loss tools in your weight loss arsenal, your weight loss toolbox. You need to know how to control what kind of foods you eat, and have control on when you have those cheat meals, when you have a birthday party to go to and eat a piece of birthday cake, if you want to. You'll be able to do those types of things once you learn how to use all your different tools. You'll be able to do stuff like that and bounce right back and get right back on track, and not have to worry about bouncing back. So I try to give you guys good videos on helping you understand where I came from at 479 pounds and what it took for me to get going. I'm 6'4". I'm a tall guy. I'm a big guy, anyways, but my underlying health conditions were starting to pile up and get more and more. I was having problems with my prostate. I was having sleep apnea. you know, all my joints and everything, inflammation, arthritis. You know, I would wake up in the middle of the nights about 3 or 4 nights a week with bad, severe leg cramps, and, you know, all kinds of stuff was going on, you know, and the cramps were so bad sometimes where I thought I was going to have to be rushed to emergency room because I just couldn't handle the pain, and they were rough. They were real intense. You know, now, you know, fast forward to where I'm at now, you know, with my last weigh-in video, losing 107 pounds, you know, I don't have problems with my arthritis anymore. You know, I remember I used to wake up in the mornings and it would take me 30, 40 minutes just to get out of bed, get my legs working, you know, get my body moving around. You know, I could barely make a fist because my fingers and everything were so tight with arthritis and inflammation, you know, that I had throughout my body, that it was just painful to wake up in the morning, and it hurt. I don't have that stuff anymore. I can't remember the last time I've had leg cramps. You know, that's been months and months, you know, since I've had any leg cramps, since I changed the way, you know, I started eating and started, you know, losing weight. I don't have problems with that stuff anymore. I don't have the same prostate problems that I was having before. I don't have the sleep apnea like I had before either. You know, I'm starting to sleep throughout the night. I don't wake up all night long. I don't get up and, you know, go to the bathroom 5 or 6 times in the middle of the night. You know, it's a really life-changing experience, you know, for all the unhealthy things that were going on with my body, and I just keep seeing and keep finding different things that are gone that I used to deal with on a daily basis. You know, so that to me is motivation enough to keep this going and get to my goal weight of 250, which, you know, like I said, I'm still another 117, 120 pounds away or whatever it is. You know, I still got a long ways to go, but, you know, seeing those things, you know, leave my body, you know, the inflammation, the arthritis, you know, all the problems that I was having, you know, as a 48-year-old man, when I see that stuff start leaving, you know, and it's due to what I'm doing to my body now, you know, it gives me the motivation. And then I sit here and think about my sister again, or maybe one of you guys out there are struggling with, you know, your journey, just starting it or getting started, and you want to do it, and, you know, maybe something hasn't hit you yet. You know, maybe you haven't been afraid of going to bed at night and not waking up in the morning and not being able to see your family, friends, or loved ones anymore. You know, maybe it just hasn't hit you like that. But if you're obese and you have more than, I would say, 50 pounds to lose, your health is going, you know, going in a bad direction very fast, I promise you. You know, and if you don't do something about it, it's going to get worse, and it's going to get harder, and it's going to get harder, you know, to take control of that. You know, I'm not saying it's impossible, because it's not. You know, like I say, if I can do it, you can do it. And if, you know, the next guy can do it, then you can do it, you know, and stuff like that. So it's never going to be impossible. It's just going to be harder, and it's going to be rougher. And, you know, like I was talking about just a second ago, you know, thinking about my sister, is like, if she would have started, you know, when I tried to get her on board with me, if she'd have started then, think about where she would be now. You know, she'd probably be at her goal weight now, and she wouldn't be worried about stuff, you know. And me, you know, if I didn't start when I started, you know, I might be in a worse position, you know. And to be honest with you, I might have not even been here. You know, I might have had a heart attack or you know, something like that, and or died in my sleep, you know, and stuff like that. I probably wouldn't even be here if I wouldn't have started when I started. I probably wouldn't be here now. So those are the things I want you to think about. If you got a lot of weight to lose, you know, think about, you know, your life, your family, your friends, you know, your kids, if you got kids, and you know, what other reasons do you need, you know, to flip that switch and say you're going to win this time? You know, what other motivation do you need as an individual to make that change and to start going in the right direction? You know, what is it going to take? What is it going to take for you? You know, and think about what I said. You know, if you would have started a year ago, where would you be today? You know, you're not gaining any more days on this side of the dirt. Like I always say, you're losing them if you're overweight and you're obese or even morbidly obese, you're not gaining any more days, you're losing days and you're losing time, you know. So make that change, make that 180, guys. Come on, you can do it. Make that 180. You know, subscribe to this channel if, you know, you need to lose that weight. You know, I'm here to help you. I got my email there. You can reach out to me anytime you need to, and I will contact you back and, you know, get with you and see what I can do to get you on the right track or be your weight loss buddy. You know, that's one of the most important things too, is support. I have a series of videos that I did, you know, the 5 rules to weight loss success, and it all starts with setting a start date, you know, figuring out when you're going to start your diet so you can prepare mentally and prepare your house and get ready for this battle that you're getting ready to take on. And that way you're already committing yourself to the journey and getting things ready, you know. And then there's, you know, 4 other steps after that. You know, there's the, you know, the shopping before, the setting yourself up for success, the starting of it. And, you know, there's 5 rules there. I'm going to post those at the end of this video. I'm going to make rule number 1 the first video, and just go find those videos and watch them, you know, and set yourself up for success in the beginning. And remember that, you know, you don't have to rely on cutting calories way back to where you barely eat any food. You know, that's the wrong thing to do if you got weight to lose, because if you cut too many calories, you just shut your metabolism down. Okay. 2, if you're gonna you don't have to rely on strenuous extreme exercise activity to lose weight. If you do that, I told you in other videos, if you rely on you know, a big major calorie restriction along with heavy duty exercising on a daily basis, those are 2 things that you're not going to be able to sustain in the long run. You know, there's going to come a point in time where you're going to have to raise your calories. There's going to come a point in time where you can't work out anymore, you know, or that you may get injured. Something in life may take you away from the gym. And if that's how you were dropping your pounds, you're going to gain them right back. You know, you're going to gain them right back as soon as you quit working out, or as soon as you increase your calories. No matter what kind of food you eat, you're going to gain that weight back. So you need to learn all the different tools out there in the world and learn, you know, which ones work best for you, which ones make it easy for you, and learn how to control your weight by what you do on a daily basis without exercise. Then if you want to add exercise, you can. You know, exercise is only going to help and you know, boost your weight loss journey and help you further your health, you know, along the way. So I'm not saying exercise is bad in no way, shape, or form. What I'm saying is, if you rely on that as a tool to lose weight, I can assure you that whenever you stop doing that, or you can't do it anymore, that you're going to gain the weight back. And that's what happens, you know, in the real life world today with, you know, athletes. If you know somebody that was athletic their whole life, and as soon as they got out of the sport, or so they retired and they weren't doing that activity anymore, you see a lot of them gain weight, you know. And that's why, because they were pretty much eating whatever they wanted, but they were exercising so much that they stayed in shape. And then when they couldn't do that activity anymore, they gain weight and they get out of shape. So if you know, think outside the box here. Think outside of the Biggest Loser TV show. All those people have gained their weight back. Think outside the box. Think about how to control your eating and control your diet and the foods that you put in your mouth, and learn how to drop the weight that way and be satisfied all at the same time while you're doing it, and watch those pounds come off, and let that be your motivation to keep going to your goal weight. You know, once you learn how to do that, you know, if you exercise, you know, that's great. If you can't exercise no more and your diet changes a little bit and you see your pounds start to go back up on the scale in the wrong direction, you'll know which tool to pull out of your toolbox and use it immediately and get back control of your weight, you know. So once you learn how to do that, it changes your whole mindset on your weight loss journey. It makes you, you know, realize that yes, you can do it. You can do it just like the next guy did it, or you can do it like anybody else does it. And it gives you the confidence to keep on going, and it gives you the confidence to, you know, live life to its fullest, and, you know, accept that every once in a while somebody's going to have a birthday, or you're going to go to a retirement party or something like that where people celebrate, excuse me, and you can eat a piece of cake, or you can, you know, divulge a little bit and go, you know, outside of your meal plan. And you'll know that once you get done with that and you're over it, you can go right back and get right back on track. You know, once you learn that, I promise you folks, you'll feel a lot better about your weight loss journey. You'll feel a lot better about yourself, and you'll know that you're not going to go back to, you know, being that statistic, you know, that 90% of people that lose weight gain it back plus some. You know, don't be a statistic. You know, please, if you haven't subscribed yet, you know, help me out, help this channel out by subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of these upcoming videos. And you know, watch my weigh-ins on the 1st of every month to see how well or how well I didn't do on the 1st of every month. But watch me progress, you know, towards my goal weight of 250. I'm gonna do it, folks. I'm gonna get there. Be a part of my journey. Subscribe and watch, and contact me if you need to talk. We'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good weekend. We'll talk to you later. Bye.